I actually know so many people who have been like, oh my gosh, I want to write a book, and then haven't written a book. Or oh my gosh, I want to write a screenplay. They've started to write a screenplay, then they rage quit writing a screenplay, or they switch to another screenplay and then another screenplay and another screenplay and another screenplay, and then nothing gets written. Like, why? This is giving a low brain cell supply. Like, if you're like, wow, I want to write a book, then why aren't you actually writing it? It's literally that easy. Like, you just have to start writing the book. Like, if you have this goal of wanting to be a writer, then you should be writing. Like, it's that easy. Because if you're not writing, you're showing yourself you don't have any respect for yourself, and you're just not doing the steps it takes to actually get there. Hello, Ria Cole. Everyone I know wants to create some sort of art, wants to either write a film or write a book, or maybe they've started, maybe if you have started writing a film or writing a book. And I'm like, okay, slay. But you keep on saying, I'm gonna write this book, I'm gonna write this book, and then you don't write it. So here's why you actually need to write a book instead of just thinking about writing a book, because what are you even doing? Literally just start. It's not even that hard, because if you're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea how the heck to write, I don't know about this specific little thing, the more you waste time finding out shit and not even writing, the less time you spend writing. Honestly, the best way to actually get good at writing is to write. So if you're not writing, because trust me, like, you could research all of the stuff about writing and you would still have no experience. It's the more you actually practice, because it's science, okay? The more you write, the more your neural pathways in your brain are being rewired to like operate in that way, right? So if you write first, you're going to find it really hard, and then if you carry on writing, you will gradually get better and better and better, and then that's how you get good at writing. And then once you've actually finished your first draft, then you can go back and edit it, and then you can go and, or you can learn the shit while you're writing. But the first priority, you need to prioritize: number one, write; number two, craft. Okay, if you're saying or like dreaming of writing, it's literally your dream. And honestly, I understand, because it's so fun and so slay. Like, I love writing. It's such a vibe. You can be so creative with it. You can literally like write from the point of view of like a fire, you know? You can do so much cool shit. It's like there's no budget. Like, whereas if you were making a film or some shit, you could just be like, oh my god, I can't afford this. You can literally just write it. It just costs, like, this is how much writing costs: paper and pen. Or you can literally just go in the library and write on a computer. You see, it's literally free. It's literally free to write, okay? So there is literally no excuse. You have this dream that you want to write, which means you have the idea in your head. You know what you're passionate about and what you want to do. It's just you're not actually taking the steps to put it into fruition by starting writing. And you know, if you have this dream, you owe it to yourself in order to achieve this dream, which is why you need to actually write the book. You always say you're gonna write, oh, I'm thinking about writing a book. How about you stop thinking and start doing? Or if you're like, oh my gosh, I want to write a book, and then instead of writing it, you start writing it and then you rage quit. Because it's fine to write a book for like 2 days and quit. No, it's not. But like, it's not fine. Like, what are you doing? Because literally, like, you can't just quit after 2 days. Like, I love writing. Writing is so fun. Writing is so amazing. It's so creative. I'm so passionate, etc. But if you're writing, like, even if you're writing a short story, sometimes you could be like, oh my god, this is too hard, I'm gonna quit. No, you have to carry on, because in the long term, it's gonna lead to your long-term benefit. Whereas in the short term, if you're like, oh my gosh, I want to check my notifications, or I want to go on TikTok or some shit like that, okay, that's helping your short-term brain. But your long-term, is that gonna help? No, you have to be disciplined. You have to think about your long-term self and actually focus on achieving your goals, because you know you want to write your book. So actually just start writing your book instead of procrastinating about writing your book. Because I know people tend to procrastinate because of fear. So literally just do it. Like, why are you scared of writing a book? Like, bro, writing a book isn't even scary. It's literally just typing or writing. Like, why are you scared of this? Okay, so now you're not scared of this. Write your book. Writing is so creative and fun and beautiful. You can come up with so many unique ideas. There's so many different genres, and you're like, I want to write a book, so you know what you want to write about. Or even if you don't know what you want to write about, you can figure it out. You don't, if you're like, writing a whole book is too much of a commitment, you can literally just write a 3-page long story if that's what you want, and that's so slay. It's just, if you've always been like you want to write a book, then why haven't you written it yet? If like since the day you were literally a fetus, the day you were literally a zygote, you were like, oh my gosh, I want to write a book, and now you're 50 years old and you still haven't written a book, or that could be your future. Do you want that to be your future? No. Or if you are 50, do you seriously, like, what are you doing? Write it. Come on. Like, if I'm 19 and I'm literally writing a book, then why are you not writing a book? Like, come on, bro, what the hell? No. This specific idea is in your head only. Other people are also creative and slay, and then you're creative and slay. But these are different types of creative and slay. Just like, I don't know, flowers are pretty, sunsets are pretty, but they're both really different. You see, everyone's creativity and everyone's book is so different, but they're all beautiful in their own way. I'm only talking about good books, not like some trash books. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? So, I mean, art is subjective anyway, and let's be honest, are you seriously going to write something like 50 Shades of Grey? Probably not, but like still you go on it, or like Spare by Prince Harry, no. So like, you get what I'm saying. You can literally create something so beautiful and so unique because you have this idea in your own brain, and it's so amazing. It needs to actually get out there into the world so everyone can be blessed. And the only person who can make that happen is you. And if you're like, oh my gosh, that's so unrealistic, I can't achieve my dreams, literally just put in the effort and write for like 30 minutes a day. Like, literally, that's all you have to do. That's literally all you have to do. All you have to do is write, like, let's say all you have to do is write 100 words a day. That is so easy. You can fit in the time to do that. You can literally do that when you're on the commute to school or work or university. You can literally do that when you're doing something, I don't know, if you're waiting for your washing machine or waiting for something to cook. You can literally just sit there, get your laptop out, get your pen and paper out, get your phone out, and just start typing. It's that easy. Like, it's so easy. Like, obviously it's hard to write, but if you do that, it's easy. Literally, for yourself, just do it. Because imagine once your book actually gets published and it goes out into the world, and if you don't do it, you're gonna be sitting there like, shit, I knew I could have done this thing that so many other people have done. Like, if you read the books that are so trash and like literally 0 brain cells were required to write them, you're like, if this piece of trash got written and published, then how on earth can I not even write a book and have it be published? If someone who has no brain cells, like if Colleen Hoover can write a book and have it published, do you seriously want to be worse than Colleen Hoover and not write a book and have it published? So literally, you are better than Colleen. So write a book. You don't write a book about people being like, oh my gosh, I pushed you down the stairs by accident. No. So literally, just write your book and actually put in the effort and actually just do it, because you owe it to yourself. But you owe it to yourself to write your book. Because if you just say you're going to write your book, you know you want to write your book, so actually just put in the fucking effort and write your book, basically. Because this video might be motivating you and you might be like, oh my gosh, I'm now so motivated to write my book. Motivation literally means nothing, okay? What you have to actually do is consistently write most days. Let's be realistic, not every single day. Most days, nearly every single day, you have to write at least 10 words, at least 100 words, okay? And then once that happens, obviously the neural pathway thing I mentioned before will happen. Then you'll literally just get used to it and you'll write every single day. And oh my gosh, now you have a book. Oh my gosh, now it gets published. Oh my gosh, wow, your work is in the world. It's literally that easy. But instead you're not writing your book and you're just saying, oh my gosh, one day I will write a book because I don't have the time. Make the time. It's literally that easy. There is something else you're doing in your day that is dumb and is wasting time, or not even dumb, but like I could either be doing this or I could be doing this. This is writing. This is something that's kind of good but more shit than writing your book. Do this. Prioritize your actual goals, because you actually want to achieve the stuff in your life. You know, literally just write your book. Oh my god, because you can bless the world with something amazing if you actually do it. So then just do it. Literally this entire video. Okay, let's summarize what I have said. Basically, I explained why you should write your book, but like, because the creative writing is so beautiful and everyone has their own unique ideas, and I know you have something really good that you want to put into the world and you know it's literally going to change the world, but then you're just not doing it. So if you're like, Ria, I don't feel motivated, who cares if you don't feel motivated? That literally doesn't mean anything. Literally just force yourself to do it, and then you will feel motivated, because writing is fun. But then I understand you're being like, oh, I want to write it eventually. No, literally just do it now. If you're like, no, I need to do this first, stop making stupid goals. Write it today, write it now, because you're showing you respect yourself, you're showing you love yourself, you're showing you're operating out of a state of peace and joy for your long-term self. So write literally what you're doing. Come on, like stop it, stop coming up with silly excuses that we do not need. And what we have to do is write a book. Even if you don't feel like it, start writing. You'll probably feel like it. Even if you're having a mental breakdown, literally just write, because it can actually help your breakdown. I literally have a video of me having a mental breakdown while writing, and the lighting's really bad because the window's in the background, and I was actually having a mental breakdown, but I was still writing because I want you to write my book, and I'm actually passionate about my book. Exactly. So if I was having a massive mental breakdown and can write, then so can you. Whereas if you're just going to say, oh my god, I write my book by the end of the time, no stupid excuses, just write. And then also what I was saying is like motivation literally means nothing. So after watching this, you're probably motivated, but even on days you aren't motivated, you still have to write, so you actually consistently write. Okay, now you're like, oh my gosh, Ria, I want to write, but like, how? Number one tip, as I said before, is literally just start writing and then you're fine. But then if you actually want to know about how the fuck do I actually write a book, how do I do this process, I literally have a video on my channel. Can I be asked to link it? Who knows? Maybe I'll be too busy actually writing my book, unlike you, or you can change that after watching this video. But I literally have a video, just Google Ria is writing, or YouTube Ria is writing, or just scroll through my videos about like my writing process, so you can watch that. Basically just follow that, or literally just look at any other writing YouTubers writing process. That's it, okay? But first start writing, or at least watch that one video, then fucking write, instead of watching like a million videos, because what are you even doing? That's literally zero brain cell energy. So yeah, that's why you need to write your book, to actually achieve your hope and dreams, to actually respect yourself. And you don't need motivation, you need discipline, because writing is beautiful and writing is slay, and you know. Oh my gosh, and also instead of writing because you're like, I want to get this book finished, that should not be the goal. The goal should be, oh my gosh, I'm enjoying writing so much. You aspire to be a writer. It's an identity-based goal, and also input-based goals. So I want to write, like, I just want to write this amount, rather than I want to finish the book, because then you're just going to be pissed that you're not finished the book, and you're actually not going to enjoy the joy that comes with writing and how fun and like amazing it is, you know? So make sure you enjoy the actual process, because writing is so fun. The characters are so beautiful, the world is so beautiful, everything is so beautiful, all the plot twists, everything that is happening, it's so fun. And you can't just be, oh my god, I want this to fucking finish. No, you should enjoy it, because it's actually really fun. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Literally just write your book right now instead of being stupid. Okay, bye.